Hi, I'm Angie. I want to welcome you to National Indoor RV Centers, where we specialize in the sales, storage, service, and detailing of only high-end new and used coaches. So basically, we do it all. Hi, I'm Angie with National Indoor RV Centers, and today I'm so excited. I get to show you a product that is all new to us. It's not new to American Coach enthusiasts, but I am just so excited. We're thrilled to have this product on our lots, and so today I get to show you all about it, tell you all about it. So make sure you watch this full video. I'm going to walk through the entire outside of the coach and the entire inside of the coach in a lot of detail, and then you can even go to the chapters on our YouTube page. So if there's something that you want to skip to, you can, but just know if you skip something, you're going to miss something important. And once you've watched this video, then make sure you give us a call at National Indoor RV Centers, because we want customers for life. We want to take care of you on this purchase and on your future purchases, and we do everything with RVs. So make sure you watch throughout the video. I love the beautiful front cap of the Dream. This was all new, designed last year in 2021. So today we're just going to I'll start at the very top. We've got our marker lights, and then you'll notice that the windshield wipers and the mirrors are mounted up top like they are very bus-like, and that's for safety and efficiency. Gives you better view as you're driving down the road, and I will show you that when I go to the test drive portion of our video. Then the beautiful windshield, which is automotively mounted, so you can see it just looks nice, crisp, clean, no rubber gaskets around that windshield. It just looks really nice. In the center of the windshield, you're going to see a rectangle box. So that's part of the technology package. Obviously, it's a safety issue. That's Mobileye. Mobileye is like your lane departure. It will read your street signs for you, let you know what the speed limit is. If there's pedestrians walking in front, or if you're following a car too close, you'll get some different audible alerts inside the coach, and I'll demo that on the test drive as well. As we go down the front cap, I just love the design. We've got the nice LED lights, the beautiful front grille here that's totally unique to American Coach. And then down here we've got the on-guard system. That's going to give us our adaptive cruise control. So again, it's going to watch that following distance, and it will actively brake if you get too close to the car in front of you. And you can set those distances, either a long, medium, or short distance. I talked about the top mounted mirrors, the external mirrors. Those really are going to give you better visibility when you're driving. I love that they're chrome. They're also heated and internally controlled. We also have our cameras in them. So our side cameras, they're going to give us the view when we turn on our right blinker. I'm going to be able to see down the full length of the passenger side of the coach, and the same with the left side. Those are really nice. I'll show you those cameras when we get inside. We've got our first marker light on here, and those cameras are also going to help with the blind spot monitoring as well. We also get the diamond shield on the front cap of the Dream. Not only that, American Coach gives you along the whole front cap that's going to protect your beautiful paint job. One of those things that we always recommend is that when you get to your destination, that you get out your hose and wash off your front cap, get rid of some of those bugs, because some of them are kind of pesky and they will try to eat through that. So you want to do everything you can to protect your paint, and in doing so, American Coach gives you it more than just on the front cap. They also do it here along the kick plate, and then up by the grab handle, so high traffic areas around the door handle, around the lock, and then they do it on the rear fender area, so that you get that, the kickback, the dirt and debris that comes up from the tires. Again, it's going to protect your paint. So you might notice a few things that are different about this door. This is an avionics door. It's going to give you a nice tight airlock when you release your park brake. So that's really nice. But you'll also notice that we have a little window here, and I think they've integrated it nicely into the door. That's for our furry friends. So a lot of times they want to see what's going on, so they can sit right there and look out the window. Also, you're going to notice that the door handle looks different than most coach door handles, and it's very automotive-like, the way it functions, and I really like that. Now, you've got several ways that you can get into your coach. First of all, you can use your key fob, your remote. You can also use the key, and then you've got the keyless pad here. So if you want to let a service technician in, or if you want to let a family member into your coach and you're not there, you can set your own unique code here and give them access to your coach. And you don't always have to carry this with you either, which is nice. So you can just set your own code and easily get into your coach. Another thing that you can do with the keyless pad here, when you go to leave your coach, if you want to just make sure everything's locked up, you're just going to press and hold the one. It's going to lock your front door, and it's going to lock all your baggage compartments as well. So that makes it easy. You don't have to worry if you've locked everything. One button, one push, and you're done. One thing that's totally unique to American Coach is the Liberty Bridge. This sits on the Freightliner custom chassis, and they get that chassis from Freightliner, then they bring it in and they put in their one-piece steel structure, the Liberty Bridge, which is attached with two 7.5-inch I-beams and then huck-bolted to the Freightliner chassis. So it's super strong. I have heard wonderful things about this. My American Coach owners rave about their Liberty Bridge. So, and especially you'll notice that in the ride and drive of this. I have been super impressed. Can't wait to take you on that test drive. American Coach gives you the Platinum experience, and so that's what it's kind of explaining right here. Gives you that 2-year, 24,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, and then you have the 5-year structural warranty and a 5-year DLAM warranty, and 3-year roadside assistance. So those are huge. They're really making sure they stand behind this coach. You also will get another thing that's part of that Platinum experience is a custom app that's specific to your coach, your floor plan. So and I'll show you a little bit more about that when we get inside. The 5-year delamination warranty is nice. It's pretty much industry standard, but it's not something you really have to worry about with American Coach because they do their laminated vacuum bonded wall differently. So they actually don't use any wood backer or Luan in their wall. So they have a thicker piece of fiberglass than the block foam insulation, and then just the backer to your inside wall board. They also use aluminum framing, so any cabinets, they're secured to that, and then they have the power locking system, interlocking joints between the wall and the roof, wall and the floor. So it's very secure, and you're going to be amazed when I take you on the test drive how quiet everything is. It goes to the quality that they build in when they're building those walls, floors, and roof. If you watch some of my other Class A diesel pusher videos, you may think that something's missing right here. Of course, we have the beautiful American Coach badging, but we don't have a fuel fill here. That is because American Coach does it differently. They put their fuel tank in more of the center of the coach, which evenly distributes that weight of your 150-gallon fuel tank. Therefore, you don't have to have as big of front tires here to support that extra weight of the fuel tank. So as you know, tires are very important. You only want the best. They've given us Michelin 315s all the way around. Plus we have the Alcoa Dura-Bright wheels. So just keep those clean. You don't have to polish them. They're going to look great. Speaking of tire safety, you've got to go check out my Retroband video. It's a product that's sold exclusively by National Indoor RV Centers, and it is your spare within your tire. It's going to protect you against front-end blowouts, or in the event of a front-end blowout, you're going to have great peace of mind if you've got Retroband on your coach. With the bigger diesel pusher coach, you're going to have more marker lights and docking lights. So we've got the marker light that's on our external mirror, one in the front corner of the coach, here right by the door. We also have our porch light that we can turn on, and then we've got our first docking light. Let's move on to our storage bays. So American Coach in the Dream, on this 42-foot coach, you get 131 cubic feet of external storage. So our first compartment, we have the optional pass-through tray. This is a 90-inch pass-through tray. You can see that that's going to come all the way out, so it's very easy to get to all your goods here. A few things you're probably wondering what is on this tray here. We've got extra tiles. Hopefully you'll never need them, but I love that they've actually given you some extra tiles, because in the event that you need one, it will actually match the rest of your floor, so that's really nice. We've got the bottom portion of our exterior ladder if you need to get up on your roof, and then we've got the mud flap. Of course, we'll install that for you at National Indoor RV Centers when you come and take delivery from us. We're going to do a thorough walkthrough with you. You're going to spend basically a day with a technician learning everything about your coach, then we want you to spend the night. We would like you to actually spend a couple nights so that you get really comfortable with your coach. And so by the time you leave our lot, you're comfortable, you're confident, and you're going to go out and have a lot of fun rather than have a lot of worry and anxiety when you leave. So if you're wondering how much you can get in here or how much height you have to work with when you add the tray, I'm just going to measure from the opening here so that you would clear that to, that is 21 inches. So that's really quite a bit of space. Now to push this back in, you're just going to pull this little yellow tab out, and then you'll push that back in. So you can see that the tray sits a little bit above. You're probably gonna pick up about 2.5 inches of height if you don't opt in for that tray. A few more things to talk about in the storage compartment. First of all, you're gonna know it's nice and white. They use fiberglass, Citadel fiberglass. It's actually 2 pieces with like corrugate in between, sort of like a cardboard box, so it's gonna give you some insulation too. It's water and mold resistant, so easily you can, take your hose and squirt this out, clean it up really easy. I also like that it's just that it's white, because I feel like you can see everything in here really easily. Also, the baggage compartments are lit, and then you'll also notice that on the molding here that there's a bit of a crown to this. They do that for a reason as well. So that's where water or moisture can sit and then crack that seal. So again, that's going to give it the ability to just run off, keep that nice and clean, and give you a nice seal when you shut your baggage compartment. In our next compartment, we have the optional refrigerator freezer. So if you're planning on a long trip or you want to take a lot of frozen items with you, or you can make this basically, you can set the temperature of this so you can have it as an extra refrigerator or freezer. So if you want to just use this for tailgating and you just want drinks out here, you set that temperature. Now if you do the optional refrigerator freezer out here, you're going to have just the half tray. So just is going to pull out halfway. If you opt to not have this, you can get the full 90-inch pass-through tray, or you can opt for no freezer, no tray, and you just get that whole bay. So lots of options here. Look back to the center of the baggage compartment. That is your 2800 watt pure sine inverter. I like that American Coach has kind of set it up there. One of the things with your inverter is that you don't want to pack too much around it, which we all have a tendency to do, use every bit of storage space that we can, because it should have some breathing room. Or it can kind of overheat. So they put that up in a place where you can't get too much around it. You'll see right there, we've got a vent, so your luggage compartment is heated through the Aqua-Hot system, so if you're in really cold climates, you're not gonna have to worry about that. You also have 1 free outlet. Now you'd have 2 free outlets, 110 outlets, if you didn't have the refrigerator freezer in this compartment. Behind this little door, we have the fuel fill for the passenger side of the coach. This is a 150-gallon diesel fuel fill, so you can fill it here on the passenger side and on the driver's side. Here's a hydraulic reservoir. That's going to be for your full wall slide and your hydraulic leveling jacks. It's also on a pull-out tray, so you can easily pull that out to add the fluid and for servicing. So that's always nice, and then it just locks right back into place. Here are the house batteries. So we have 8 AGM house batteries. You also have the battery disconnect. So if we're not lucky enough to have you as a storage customer at National Indoor RV Centers, where we store at least 300 coaches indoors, plugged into 50 amp or 30 amp service at all times, valet service, super easy. If you're storing on your own, make sure that you turn off that battery disconnect if you're not plugged into 50 amp service, because you don't want to have any parasitic draw on your batteries. Hate to come back to dead coach, right? We don't want that. Also in this compartment, it is heated as well. So again, that's going to help protect your batteries. And we've got the nice lit compartment. Here is the battery control center. So it's going to give us just our status indicators of our chassis battery, coach chassis battery connect, and our coach battery low voltage. So we also have fuses in here, our SureGuard RV power protection transfer switch, and then we have the Jamboni. I mentioned the technology package earlier with the Mobileye. Another item that's included in that package is the solar panels. So you're going to get one 300-watt solar panel, and this is the solar charge controller. Disconnect for your inverter, 110 outlet, and then we have a trickle charge, just 5 amp trickle charge for your chassis batteries. Here's the security light for the passenger side of the coach. You're going to be able to turn that on from your app on your phone right inside the front of the coach, or also from the wet bay area. There's a light pad there so that you can turn on the one on the driver's side and the passenger side. Marker light midship of the coach. Marker light, docking light. Those docking lights are super important, especially when you're pulling into a campground or out of a campground when it's dark. And we all say we're never going to do that, but it happens all the time. You get delayed in your trip or whatever. And those are so important so that you can see everything around you. Rocks, picnic tables, trees. Really nice to have those. And then we have our last marker light at the back corner of the coach. One of the things that comes standard on American coach that has a tag axle is a passive steer tag axle. That's going to give you a 17% reduced turning radius versus a fixed axle. So if you're wondering how you can tell that you've got a passive steer tag axle, is it matches your front axle. So I kind of liken it to belly buttons, innies and outies. They're both outies. You've got a passive steer tag axle. Now, along with this passive steer tag axle, you're also getting V-Ride. So that comes from Freightliner custom chassis. That's going to give you more stability when you're going down the road, and less sway if you're going around a tight turn. You're not going to feel it. It's going to adjust for you. Just above the tag axle, we have the vent for our dryer. Notice the beautiful paint job on the American Dream. So a couple things about that. First of all, if you look at the graphics and the color scheme, they go all the way up into the awnings. So we've got our beautiful Gerard awnings that I'm going to demonstrate for you in just a second here. And that paint goes right through them. So it just gives that really pretty bus-like appearance. And then they only use the best paint. They use Sikkens paint. That's what you're going to see used on McLaren. So high-end luxury cars, also on this high-end luxury coach. And they do 3 coats of clear. Then they sand it. They do 2 more coats of clear and cut and buff. So you really don't feel any transition from one paint and color to another. Also notice the frameless dual pane tinted windows throughout the coach. Okay, so let me set the scene. We've arrived at our beautiful resort. We've got the coach all set. Now we're ready to have a party, right? So let's go ahead and extend our beautiful Gerard awnings. And I've got my remote control here. I'm just going to hit the out button. So I've brought out both my awnings together. Now I can go ahead and turn on the lights on my awnings. On and off right there. If I only wanted to bring out the front awning, I would just scroll through this to where the top button is lit only, and then extend that. Or scroll through, I could bring out the second awning, or scroll through to where I've got all of the lights on, and then they'll come out and go back and forth together. So now we have our nice awnings, this great shaded area. I'm going to go ahead and unlock my compartment so I can bring out my external TV, which comes standard. This is a 50-inch TV, and it also swivels out. Swivel, so you can angle it just right so you don't get that glare from the sun. Then right behind the TV up top, we have our sound bar. Now I would normally have my slide outs out. I have the lights that are underneath the slide outs, and then something really fun that American Coach adds are what I'm going to call the boogie lights. And I can give that credit to Ike. So Ike, if you're watching, that he told me he added boogie lights to the bottom of his coach, and it made me laugh. So I think about that every time. But you've got red, green, yellow, blue lighting. Of course, for NIRVC, you're going to keep it blue all the time. But it's just kind of a fun atmosphere that you can set here with the awning lights, your TV, the lights under the slide, and then your boogie lights going. It's just, you're ready to party, enjoy the evening, hang out with your friends. It's a great setting. So finally back to the rear cap and engine compartment. First of all, let's check out that beautiful rear cap. I love it. I love the design, love the paint, and the American Coach symbol there. So let's start at the top. I went ahead and added our ladder. So I added the extension. It's super easy. It's very lightweight. And I'll just show you how easily it comes right off. It's pulled up through the center, and then it's like very lightweight, but sturdy and strong so that you can get up on your roof if you need to inspect that. Starting from the very top, we're going to have our marker lights. Then we've got the rear spoiler. Now behind that spoiler is your air intake for your engine. They've totally disguised it. You're not going to see that, but that's going to give you some fresh, clean air for your engine. Then in the center below the spoiler, we've got our rear view camera. So that's going to have one-way audio. So the person back here giving the directions can actually be heard by the driver, which is really nice. So just make sure you don't say anything you're going to regret. I found a really cute pillow the other day that said, "I'm sorry for what I said when you were backing up the coach." Kind of made me laugh because I know those can be some tense times. But you want to protect this beautiful coach. So center, we've got our brake light here, and then our lights to the side. Really nice, clean looking coach. And then now I'm just going to go ahead and let's check out the engine compartment. I've unlocked the engine compartment door, so I'm just going to go ahead and lift that up. Nice and easy. Inside the engine compartment, we have the dipstick and fill for our transmission fluid, the engine oil dipstick, engine oil fill, our coolant, and then just below the coolant, we've got the fill for our power steering fluid, engine air cleaner, and then the engine air filter minder. So when it gets up to the red line, you want to make sure that you change that filter, or at least do it every year. The 42V American Dream sits on the Freightliner chassis with a 450 horsepower engine with 1250 foot-pounds of torque, and the hitch is rated for 15,000 pounds. So what does that mean? It means that you're easily going to be able to tow your Jeep Wrangler or your Chevy Suburban along with a couple toys if you want, and not going to have a problem. So here is the exhaust for our engine. We have the 7-way for your tow vehicle, and then Freightliner has given us the brake sync, so that's built in by Freightliner, warranted by Freightliner, and then you could just turn it, plug in your Air Force One. If you're confused or you're not sure about tow packages, I have a full tow package video, show you what we recommend and use at National Indoor RV Centers. I hook everything up and then I disconnect everything, makes it really easy, and we can do all that for you at National Indoor RV Centers. Our hitch, again, that's 15,000 pound rated. And then we have this air line that's going to bleed off any air off of that brake sync for you. So you're probably wondering what this exhaust pipe is for. I had to think about it because I'm not used to having another one come off the back of the coach. This is for your 450 diesel Aqua-Hot. So a couple years ago, American Coach, being thoughtful as they are, wanting to be a good neighbor, they decided to put that exhaust off the rear of the coach. That way, if it's a cold evening or if you need to be running, you need some hot water, you can run your Aqua-Hot all night and that exhaust is not pouring over into your neighbor's campground. Here is the side radiator for the American Dream. So a couple things that are nice about a side radiator. Obviously, we just were at the back engine compartment. You can see that everything's very accessible when your radiator is on the side. You're also going to get cool air in through the side radiator, which is going to make it less work for the fan. Therefore, you're going to have more horsepower because it doesn't have to work as hard to cool that air going into the engine. A little radiator maintenance, a good thing to do every once in a while is get out the garden hose. Just put your thumb over the end of the hose and just slightly spray off the radiator. Keep it nice and clean so it works more efficiently. You're probably wondering what this big rectangular box is. Well, this is an emergency egress door on the American Dream. It comes standard, and I will show you, I will kind of walk you through how that works on the inside of the coach. Basically, it's going to come out, you'll have steps and even a small little reel or steel band that you can hold to help you as you go down those steps. So it's just nice to have that extra safety feature. Marker light for the driver's side of the coach, our next marker light, and first docking light for the driver's side of the coach. And then this here is the potable fill for water. So let's say that you're boondocking and you're not connected to city water, you want to put fresh water or in your tank. This is where you would fill it here. This is also where you can sanitize your freshwater tank as well. our third marker light for the driver's side of the coach. Here is the wet bay for the coach. So I'll just start up at the top because there's a lot to talk about in here. First of all, we have our shower, so hot and cold, and the shower hose here. Then we've got this panel. This is going to give us our fresh tank, which is 100 gallon, our gray, which is 60, and our black, which is 40. Then we have the door side security light and the roadside security light. So that's just right above me. If I need extra light when I'm out here, if I'm out here at night, that's nice to have. Also turn on the luggage compartment. So I've got light here in this compartment. And this is our under the coach. So I showed you on the other side of the coach, the boogie lights. You can actually have them cycle through the different colors here. And you can control all that right there, which is so fun. And then you have your exterior lights on and off. So, and you can do your water pump here. And then you can go to different settings there as well. Here is the SantaCon discharge. So once you've got everything hooked up to dump the tanks, you're gonna go ahead and hit this. Your filter for the full coach right here, water filter. Then you've got your flush for your black and your gray tanks. And here is the power reel for your water hose. So that will just go right back in. You can hook that up to your spigot for city water so you can fill up the coach. And then you can also thread that through right here so that you're going to keep this area nice and sealed off. You don't want to get critters in here when you're out camping. Now right to the side, we've got covered 2 110 outlets. And just below the 2 110 outlets is our park cable connect. So we've got our cold water drain, our hot water drain, our water tank bypass fill. All the instructions on how to use this are on the door. And we have our black tank valve pull and our gray tank valve. And then we've got the connection for our stinky slinky. If we're gonna go ahead and do a gravity dump, we would connect that here. Now this elbow also turns. Obviously, this has been used. I wouldn't be touching it like that, but it's nice because you can angle that. Say you just want to do a quick dump and you don't want to thread it through. You can move that angle so that you can easily do that. And then obviously you can thread it through that hole there, or put the cover on to keep this secure. You've got a nice plastic bin here so that you can wash that out once you've done all the dirty work. There are a lot of things that you do here in the wet bay. If you're confused or you want to learn more about it, I have a RVing 101 series that you can go and watch, where I go on a complete trip from packing, getting the coach ready, taking it on the road, getting to the park, hooking everything up, and then taking everything, unhooking everything the next morning. So you can watch that if you want a few pointers. Also love that we've got our paper towel holder here and our soap dispenser. Isn't that cute? You want to be able to clean up after you do all the dirty work, that's for sure. I also wanted to point out the tank sensors so that you get a nice reading on your tanks and how full they are. Another thing that's noteworthy for American Coach is the fact that they have a wedged tank system. So the black tank is actually wedged between the gray and the freshwater tank in kind of a V formation. That's going to give you the best ability to dump and clean out that tank easily. Visualize it as kind of a funnel. Here is the 450 diesel Aqua-Hot. So this is a game changer. If you've not had an Aqua-Hot system, this is going to do 4 things for you. So your continuous hot water, no more cold showers, your furnace inside, your basement heat, and your engine preheat loop. Down in the compartment, we've got the display panel for the Aqua-Hot. It will give you the different status of your Aqua-Hot, and you can go through faults, diag, etc. right here. Antifreeze, that is the fluid that you need for your Aqua-Hot. Your fuel oil filter for the Aqua-Hot. The very back there, we've got our filter for our central vac system, and then we have our UVia light, which this is something new that American Coach does. So this is basically a air freshener for your black tank. Kind of purifies the air. So no one wants to smell that black tank. So this is a really nice feature that they've added. Your roadside security light. Also, that's nice if you're working out in the wet bay or down here. It gives you a little extra light outside. Now, this is the fuel fill for the driver's side or roadside. So that, again, that's your 150-gallon diesel fuel fill. One of the things that you just will love, if you haven't had a coach with a shore power cord, you're going to love this. If you've ever wrestled one of these on a cold morning and try to get it back into the bay neatly, it's really hard to do. So you can just pull that out and it easily threads right back in. Also have a hole here that you can thread that through. So again, you can thread your power reel through that and then shut your door, keeping it, so that you don't get critters in your coach. Now we're back to our pass-through compartments. So again, we've put the pass trays in. These are optionals. That's one of the things I want to talk to you. As we go through the video on the exterior and interior, I mentioned a lot of things that are optional and those that are standard. But if you want to know for sure, make sure you give us a call at National Indoor RV Centers, where one of our RV lifestyle specialists is waiting to talk to you and help you walk through whether you want to order this coach custom for yourself. We can walk you through every item, what you get standard, and then what you can add if you want to make your own custom order. This is our second pass-through compartment. Again, this extends just like it did on the other side. And I meant to mention on this compartment here, it's actually not a pass-through because we opted in for the freezer, so it's just a one-way this direction. Again, nice to have these trays. They make it easy to get your items out. You're just gonna pull that yellow tab, push that back in. You might be wondering what this is. This is actually going to grab the tab on your window awnings so that you can have a little extra shade inside your coach. So really easy to do. Just thread that through the tab, pull it out, and then attach it right here. So second docking light for the roadside or driver's side of the coach. Then we've got our marker light and our front marker light. You may be wondering what this is. This is your exhaust for your 12.5 Awning generator, which I'll show you in just a second. Big compartment here, obviously some extra storage room here. We have our windshield wiper fluid. And then over to the side here, we've got our gen slide. So I'll just push that out to extend the generator. Our air service line, so I can actually fill my air tanks from here if I need to, and a quick connect. So if I want to fill up the kids' bike tires or inflatable pool toys, I can do that right here. We also have fuses for the front part of the coach here and behind this box. I'm going to go ahead and extend the generator compartment. So you just have to watch that exhaust as you're doing, when you're extending it. If it's actually been hot, you don't want to have that touch your leg as you're extending that front cap out. So inside the front cap, lots of room in here, which is great if you're going to do your own servicing of your generator. You're going to be able to easily get in here. But first we have our air horn, or air horns. Then we have our 12.5 Awning generator. Now, like I said, very easy to service because I'm going to go ahead and show you that you can get easily to the dipstick and the oil fill here. So this little flap's just going to protect your generator. Now this is where if you were to pop a breaker, you would have to go and reset your generator right here. This is where you add your coolant for your generator. You can start and stop the generator here, and here are the generator hours. Now, just something to note, these little wires here go to the American Coach on the front of your cap, and it's going to give you that backlighting of American Coach. So it's really cool to see when you're coming down the road at night. Finally, the compressor for your dash AC unit. I'm so excited to show you the inside of the American Dream. I think American Coach has one of the best designers in the industry, so let's go check out the inside. Right when you walk into a Dream, there's a couple things that you're going to notice. First of all, I love the curved staircase. I just think it looks kind of elegant, and it's different than most other coaches, so I really like that. Then you've got really nice grab bars for both going out and coming in, so you can safely get out and into your coach. Then there's a whole bunch of buttons right here that are very important that I want to go over. So I'm going to start at the top. We have our battery disconnect switches right here. This is for our step cover that I'll demonstrate when I'm in the passenger's chair. Then we're going to go down to our lights here. So we have the lights for our luggage compartment, our entry, our outside awning, living room, the porch, under the box, which is under your slide out, you're going to have that lit. Our exterior lights, all lights on and all lights off. I love that button. That's probably one of my favorites just because you don't have to worry about did you leave the bathroom light on, or you can just hit them all off right there and exit the coach. You're good to go. This is your step lock button. So this is for your exterior steps. Once you're in your campground, you don't want those to go out every time you open and shut the door. So you can just lock them so that they're in the out position. And then you have your under the coach lights, which are like your boogie lights that I showed you earlier, the colored lights. Right below that, we've got our fire extinguisher. It's great to have that in an easily accessible location. So for inside or outside the coach, you can quickly get to that. Another video I'd like you to go check out is my Protang video, fire suppression system, sold exclusively at National Indoor RV Centers. Again, one of those things that you need to think about, need to have a plan in case of an emergency. You may be wondering what this switch is just below the side console for the passenger. That's your override switch for the door. So you've got an air lock that automatically happens when you release your park brake. If you want to override that and unlock the door, passenger can do that for you right here. So next I'd like to show you what's in all these cabinets here in the front of the Dream. So this first cabinet, we have our matrix box. Basically you can direct which input you want going to which TV. So your DVD, satellite 1, satellite 2, or an auxiliary. You also have your Blu-ray DVD player, and you have your Winegard satellite. So what comes standard in the Dream is the M-Motion. If you want to opt for the HD Direct TV or Dish satellite system, you can do that through National Indoor RV Centers and make that change on your order form. Also have cable connections here and our HDMI connections. Just below the box here, we have the entrance door awning control, and then you've got your over-the-air booster for Winegard, so you can pick up local stations. This is our hydraulic room extension. This is for our full wall slide, which is hydraulic operated, so you just have to turn that on. Best to have your engine on just to give you extra voltage. You don't have to on the hydraulic slide, but I usually do. And then you have the slide out room control for the driver's side slide out room, which is electric. Storage compartment here. And quite a few things in here to discuss. So we have the cell booster here and our TV lockout so that you can't watch TV while you're driving down the road, just a safety thing. And then your Wi-Fi Ranger Sky Pro LTE, so you can put that on either AT&T plan, Verizon plan, whatever. So you basically make your coach a hotspot. The Wi-Fi Ranger comes standard. The cell booster comes with that technology package, which includes the Mobileye, solar panel, and the cell booster. So now we have our big 39-inch TV. This is nice. A lot of people ask me why the overhead TV. First of all, if you don't have the TV, you get a very shallow cabinet behind that. And it's nice if you're the person prepping, work in the kitchen, or you're working at the dinette, you can easily face this TV, watch it. So it's kind of nice, a little luxury. More storage here. Nice deep cabinet, actually two, and there's no divider there. So that's a really big storage area above the driver's seat. Welcome to the beautiful living room of the 43V Dream. So isn't this beautiful? I absolutely love it. I really think they do a phenomenal job on their interiors. Lots of little details that I will point out. But first of all, I just want to talk about, I've turned around our captain and co-captain's chairs. Not only are they beautiful, add extra seating to the living room, they're made by Roadwire. They're actually heated and cooled, so that's a nice feature. And then when you turn them around into your living room, you even have the footrest. So really you get 2 extra recliners, so you can see that you can easily get up to 11 people comfortably in chairs in the living room area and kitchen. So 3 there on the sofa, then 4, 5, 6, 7, 2 more at the dinette, 8, 9, and then you got the 2 extra folding chairs that come with your dining table, so you can get 11 people in their own seats here, very comfy. Right to the side of the passenger chair, you got 2 110 outlets, and you also have the same thing on the side of the driver's chair. You'll have 2 seat belts in the sofa, obviously in your captain, co-captain's chairs, and then 2 seat belts here. So you're gonna have seat belts for 6 in the 43V. Now let's talk about some of the other features. So this is an optional theater seating. That's what we chose here. When you get the theater seating, then you have the sofa across that has a fold-out bed. I'll show you that in a minute here. But let's go over this great seating here. Theater seating and the sofa, they're all made by Apex. Beautiful. We've got the controls for the footrest and separate controls for the headrest. So you can really get that just perfectly comfortable for you. You can light up your drink holder here and then move that little tab here and you can charge your cell phone. So a USB charging port right there. And then we've got the little spot here. So now we can just open this little storage compartment here, which each side of the theater seating has. And you've got a little table there that you just push in. So if you want to have dinner here, you want to do some work, you want to have a spot for your iPad, it's really handy. And you've got a spot on both sides of the theater seating for this. And then I love mostly that you have a place to put it away when you're not using it, plus extra space in there. And if you want to know about extra space, we have a lot of extra space right here between the seats. So easily you can get a couple blankets in there, keep the remotes in there, keep everything nice and tidy. So I love that. I really like these theater scenes. I think you'll enjoy them. Another thing I want to point out, again, it's the little details that make all the difference. So we have the beautiful valance. Again, this is the navy pier interior with the Rushmore cabinets. You've got 3 other interior packages and 3 other wood choices that you can choose from. So we'll be happy to help you with that at National Indoor RV Centers, where we actually have samples of the cabinet doors so you can see them, feel them, see what they really look like. I think it makes a big difference rather than just looking online, or have one of our RV lifestyle specialists FaceTime you to help you. However we can make it easier for you, we want to. And then this is one of those details I'm talking about. The day shade actually goes with the interior. It's not just a white or black screen. So I think it's lovely, and the day shade is hung on the inside too. So you can have your night shade down and then you put your day shade down, and it just gives it more of that residential feel. Like, it just makes sense. So I love that. Let's check out the storage that we have over the theater seating. Oh, this is nice. Look at that. There's no divider there. So you can see you can really make the most of this storage space. Double hinged doors. Underneath the cabinet, you've got 2 110 outlets. You've got your reading light here, which you can control right there. And then your next reading light. And then this is your TV lift button. So basically you can be sitting here in my theater seating. I want to pull up the beautiful 50-inch TV screen. So I'm just gonna lift that up right here, hit the up button, and that will come up. I also have my camera selector, which is really cool. So this is a security feature that American Coach adds to this coach. Basically, you've got your cameras outside on your exterior mirrors on your right and your left, and then you have your rear view camera. When you're in the campground, sitting here watching TV, or even more so in bed at night and you hear a loud noise outside, or you think someone's around your coach, you can simply turn on your TV and then you go through your camera selector and you can click through the camera on the right side, left side, and your rear view camera, so you can kind of see what's going on around your coach when you're inside. Speaking of TVs, look, nice 50-inch smart TV that you've been given here in the Dream. You can have that up, so great viewing, or if you want to just look at the beautiful outdoors, put that down. You've got a nice big window there behind the TV. Now over here you may be wondering what this little black knob is or button is. That is your thermistor. So that's what's going to help control the temperature with your coach. It's going to speak to the thermostat and keep this nice and comfortable for you. And I'll point those out as we go through the coach. Let's check out the storage that we have here. So nice deep storage there. Again, no divider. As we go into the next cabinet, which is really deep, we have a 110 outlet in the very back of this cabinet. And the cabinets are all soft close, drawers and cabinets. So no more slamming. Just above the cabinets, we've got our sound bar. Just below the cabinet, we have the reading light switch for both sides. And over here, built into our beautiful quartz countertop, we have the pop-up, which has two 110 outlets and two USB charging ports. And then we have this nice sofa, which is what we get when we do the theater seating, which makes into a bed. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how that works. You can also tuck those seat belts away when you're not using the coach in travel mode. Looks a little bit nicer. And then we're just going to pull that up and out. I'm going to tuck that seat belt away. So a great full-size mattress for your guests. The other thing I like is that there is a bit of a walkway here. So a lot of us, the reason that we have coaches is so our furry friends, our pets can come with us. If we need to take them out in the middle of the night or early in the morning, we can sneak by. Beautiful flooring in the Dream. So we have porcelain tile floor that's laid on that diagonal. I think that makes it feel even bigger in here. The floors are also heated. So you're gonna have two zones, front and rear zone, and you can put them on a timer. So if you just want the heated floors to come on at night and in the morning time, you can schedule that, because it is always nice to hop out of bed and not have that coldness on your feet. Aren't we getting wussy? But I really like that feature, and it's a heated blanket. So full heated blanket for the front and a full heated blanket for the rear. And then as you go up to the ceiling, beautiful ceiling treatments, soft touch vinyl ceiling, and we have our AC units. They're fully ducted. You're going to have three 15,000 BTU AC units with heat pumps in the rear and the front, fully ducted throughout. And then the other cool thing is, I meant to mention this outside, but they have the AC condensation is going to run off to the side into drainage areas on the roof, and then down through drainage pipes in the sidewall. So you're not going to have those unsightly water stains coming down the beautiful paint of your coach outside. So I really like that. Also with the AC units, it's very easy. These just pull down so that you can clean the filter. It just slides right out. Take it out, wash it, vacuum it, however you do it, and then you just stick it right back in and pop that right back into place. Make sure you notice the beautiful lighting throughout the Dream. So the LED lighting in the ceiling, the accent lighting, it's just really nice. Plus you can dim a lot of the lights. When I get to the control panel, I'll show you that. Anything that has an arrow by it up and down, you can hold and dim those lights. So you can really set up whatever kind of atmosphere you want in the coach with this beautiful lighting. Now to the beautiful kitchen of the Dream. So there's lots of things to point out, but one of the things that first catches my eye, well, there's lots of things. Beautiful residential backsplash. Look how pretty that is. I love the way that they've kind of framed out the window. It just looks so nice. Then we have the quartz countertop. Yep, quartz countertop, and I think that's beautiful. Also in the countertop, we've got another pop-up here for charging, two 110 outlets, two USB, and that just pops right down. So we have the beautiful quartz countertops. Then if we want to extend that countertop, we're just going to push this button, pull it out, Nice extension there, and then we have the full extension drawers. So a lot of space there. This is probably my favorite drawer, of course, for all the remotes. No, I'm gonna fill this with all my utensils, but I really like that drawer. And just remember, we have the soft close drawers. This is our dishwasher. So this is the knock lock dishwasher. So just one knock and you can hear it unlock. There is your dishwasher. Now, a lot of my customers want this. They expect the dishwasher, but this is an optional item. So if you don't want it, you can leave that out if you want to use that for storage instead. Totally up to you. I love all the counter space they've given us. Below our covers here, we have our induction cooktop. So any pan that a magnet will attach to, and that's sort of what this is telling you here, what kind of cookware is compatible with the induction cooktop. So if a magnet will attach to the bottom of the pan, it will work on this. This is really nice. We have the covers for our induction cooktop. So put the covers on, then you can use that for prep area, or if you don't need them, then you've got a great place to store them. So they just tuck away nicely right in there. And we also have a spot where we could put a garbage can. I always like to have a space where I feel like I can tuck that away and you're not going to see it. Another thing that I love here, like I said, it's the details. We have the black stainless steel appliances. So our farm sink, look at that nice big farm sink with the residential faucets, the black stainless steel microwave convection oven, and there's no handles. You can just tuck your hand behind here and it pulls open. Nice and big, and then it gives you all your cooking guides right there on the inside of it, so you don't even have to look that up. I love it when they make it easy for me. Storage with adjustable shelves. The track on those adjustable shelves are numbered. So how many times have you tried to adjust your shelves and you got the back higher than the front or the side higher than the other side? I love that. So you can see that they are each numbered. More storage here. Nice deep, one extra 110 outlet. Just below the cabinets, we've got two 110 outlets back in the corner, and then your light switch, which that's really nice to have that light so you can see what you're doing. Check out this beautiful fridge. How many times do you say that? Not very often, but this is beautiful. First of all, you have the option for water, cubed ice, and crushed ice in the door. Everyone loves that, right? At least I do. And also, I wanted to point out these travel locks. So this is one of those things you need to have on your pre-trip checklist. So if you don't have one, feel free to email me at Angie@NIRVC.com. I'd be happy to share mine. I talk about it and kind of go through some of it in my RVing 101 series, but I really like the way these locks work. So they are definitely, nothing's going to open with these locks in. You just push this little button here. They come out, and then it just magnets to the side of the fridge. So it doesn't get much better than that. You're not going to lose them unless you forget to put them in. Then you can open the fridge. Again, I love it because there's no handles. Clean it off really easy. So you can open it from the top or the bottom. Look at that beautiful, nice, big fridge here. One of the other things I like, you've got your ice maker here, and then you can have your filtered water right there. Another compartment here that you can set the temperature for, so you can do it from anything from wine fridge to meat. So refrigerator or freezer, you decide how you want to use that best. Let's go down to the freezer. Again, no handles, just reach in there, nice big freezer. And when you're done, you just easily put those in. They've got like felt on the back so they're not going to scratch your beautiful refrigerator. I love that. And then just to the side of the refrigerator, pantry. Nice pull out full extension shelves so you can take all the treats and snacks that you want to. Across from the kitchen we have the beautiful dinette. So lots of storage here too. I'm going to start from top to bottom, kind of walk you through this. So big compartment, and there is no divider. So you can really maximize your storage here. And if you just look below, again, we've got the pretty valances, and I like the way they taper their leg. Again, that's gonna, you just don't end up hitting it as much, especially when you're in the bedroom, so you'll see that. Then we've got the pop-ups on both ends of our buffet here, and they each have two 110 and two USB charging ports. Below the cabinets, we've got the lights, and the light switch is right there. And over in the corner, we've got our second thermistor, so our thermistor for the dining area of the coach. Again, that's going to communicate with the thermostat and keep the temperature nice and pleasant here. Then we have our gorgeous table. We also have a lock on this, so we can extend that. I've got two extra chairs, so you can get 4 people at this dinette. Then I'm going to go ahead and move the chairs out so that you can see the storage below the buffet. Push that table back in and lock it into place. And then look at all that storage with adjustable shelves again. More storage here. And you may have noticed these little tabs. You can thread that through the rear leg of the chair to secure it during travel. Another big storage cabinet here with an adjustable shelf. So what's the saying go? Drinks 6, feeds 4, sleeps 2. Well, the dream breaks all those rules, but you can get 4 comfortably at this table. There's another little cabinet here that you can open up, and it looks like it's very shallow, but there is a reason for it. That's really for a service technician to have access to the hydraulic mechanism. Then just notice the beautiful inset here. Again, interior designer has given us such beautiful interiors, and I just love that. Kind of just sets the coach apart. Note the beautiful door as you go into your midship bath. Again, it's just small details. I just think it's beautiful. Nice size midship bathroom. So we have the Tecma toilet, push button controls, and beautiful blinds again. In this cabinet, we've got our GFCI resets here. Our breaker box, nicely labeled. Girard awning control. And then we have the manual override if we ever need that for our front, mid, and rear AC units. Medicine cabinet behind the mirror, really nice. And then again, notice the beautiful backsplash, quartz countertop, undermount sink. Lots of storage there. And we have a button here for the heater. So a lot of times if we have the furnace on in this small space, it will just, you know, you come in here, it's going to be cooking. It's going to be so hot. So you can turn that off or on right here if you don't want that to just get so hot in this midship bathroom. Now we have a panel that's going to control the lights, the panel lights. You can turn those on or off. Then you have your fan. You can take that up or down and turn the fan on and off. We also have a fan in the kitchen that I forgot to point out, so I'm just going to note that now. And then you can turn the water pump on and off, and living room lights on and off. Now I'm going to go over the 10-inch color screen here by Firefly that pretty much you can control everything on the coach. Nice thing too is that you can also pair it with your phone so that you can do pretty much all of the functions that you can do here right from your phone. So I can be on the home screen, lighting, temperature, shades, but I'll walk you through this screen. But just so you know, you can do it on your cell phone as well. On the home screen, you have your master light button on and off. Love that. Then you have your entry ceiling, dinette ceiling, living room ceiling. You'll see the little arrows up and down. That means if you press and hold, you can dim those lights. You can also lock your step, your front entry step, from right here. House batteries, chassis batteries, AGS. I'm going to walk you through all of that. On the next button, this is just what we have on our home screen. This is going to give you the temperature of the front, mid, and rear of the coach. You can turn on your Aqua-Hot burner here and your Aqua-Hot electric here, your engine preheat, start and stop your generator. It's going to let you know your generator hours, and it's also going to give you your tank levels of your fresh, gray, and black tank. You can turn on your water pump there as well. It will let you know the amps that you have coming in on line 1 and line 2. Plus, it's also going to let you know that you are plugged into 50 amp service, that your AGS is disabled, inverter's disabled, and your charger is disabled right now. So that's everything you get on your home screen, plus the time. Let's go to our power or our electrical power source screen, electrical screen. Again, this is going to show you that you're connected to your 50 amp shore power, then the amps you're bringing in or volts you're bringing in on line 1 and line 2, transfer switch, breaker box to your inverter, house batteries, chassis batteries. AGS is disabled right now. Block heater is off. I can turn it on right there. I can go to my AGS settings here. So it's disabled right now, but you've got your triggers, and then you can set them. Right now it's set that it will start when it goes below 12 volts. You can change that, so you can customize the screen to what you want. Your minimum generator runtime and your maximum generator runtime, and your generator start retries. It will try to restart 5 times. You can also set your quiet hours. Lots of things that you can do right here. When you want it to be quiet, when you want to stop being quiet, everything can be done from this page. Then we've got our light controls. So again, this is going to be your exterior lights, and we have the entry ceiling, luggage, awning, porch, door side, roadside, under the box, which is your slide, and then those are your fun lights that are underneath the coach that you can pick to, pick the color, or they'll scroll through colors. Your main, you have your dinette ceiling, living room ceiling, front access, and on other floor plans that have a fireplace, you would use that button here. Again, the up and down arrows allow you to dim it, and then your rear bed ceiling, left leading, right leading, rear accent, half bath, rear bath, bathroom soffit or accent light behind the vanity mirrors, and ward. Temperature control, so you have your front, mid, and rear AC. You can adjust those easily. And then you just hit the cool, heat pump, Aqua-Hot, or auto. Same here. And you can turn on your Aqua-Hot burner, Aqua-Hot electric, engine preheat, and your floor heat. This is where you would go if you want to schedule that floor heat, when you want it to come on, at what temperature, and what time you want it to go off. Then you've got your fan controls. So for your living room, half bath, and rear bath, you can take the fan up or down, and then the power, turn that fan on and off. Then we're going to go to our shade controls. So you just have to click around to decide which area you're going to raise and lower the shades, and it will let you know your day and your night shades. Then we've got our settings here. So this is the network diagnostics, Aqua-Hot diagnostics. You can customize your temperature units. This is for this specific floor plan. This is also where you would pair your cell phone. So you just scan that, follow the instructions, put in the PIN code, and you can pair your phone with this. Then you can control the screen brightness, auto dimming, cleaning mode. So if you want to wash this off without triggering any of the buttons, basically you want to go into cleaning mode. And that basically covers that. So there's a lot of functionality in this, and you'll get used to it. It's very user friendly, and that's one of the things I really like about it. Down here we have the dustpan. So I love that feature. I just want them to build it into my house after the fact. So your dustpan, you can just sweep everything over to that, and then it'll just suck it all away. Or you can plug into your central vac here, and able to vacuum the front to the rear of the coach. Now just above here we've got our slide out room control for the bedroom area here. Now for these to work, you do have to have the park brake engaged and the engine on. We have the panel here for the bedroom. You've got the bedroom. You can turn the panel lights off. If you're a sensitive sleeper and you don't want any lights, you may want to turn that off. Then you can control your reading lights all your lights on and off, living room, porch, bathroom, accent, your bedroom shades, and your bedroom blinds. As we head into the beautiful master bedroom, just want to let you know that you've got a privacy door here. You're just going to push that down to lock, and then that will shut into place, give you all the privacy that you need. Beautiful king size bed. We've got the bed slide here, so that's really important. It's going to give you this extra walking space. Plus, the bed slide does need to be up for that slide to come in. And we have a remote control. So this is a great way to watch TV. You may want to sit up in bed. Once you're ready to go to sleep, you just push that down and it will go all the way down. I'm going to go ahead and just leave it up so we have more room, and you can see how roomy it is, because really all day you can have this much room with your bed slide pushed away. And I'm able to get to the storage easier too. So lots of storage over the bed. Nice and deep. You might want some big plastic containers so that you can easily get to everything, because it's a stretch. Now, one of the things that I really like that they did here, as you can see, the lights come on when you open that cabinet, and there's two 110 outlets in the back. They've cut this area out here. So if you're someone that needs a CPAP machine, you can put your machine up there, have the cords and the hose come through here, shut the cabinet, and it looks really nice. And then when you're ready to put it all away, throw it all up there in the morning and it's gone. Underneath the cabinet, there's speakers on either side and our reading lights. Then we have the control for the camera select. This is that security feature where you can throw on your TV and then scroll through your right and left cameras and your rear view camera. If you hear a sound outside your coach while you're in bed, it's really comforting to know that you don't have to get out. You can just turn those cameras on and see what's going on outside. We have a control panel underneath the bed, so you have your bedroom lights, your panel lights, so you can turn that completely off so that you can sleep and not have that shining in your face. Your reading lights, all lights on and off, bedroom shades, bedroom blinds, bedroom shade 2, and bedroom blinds 2, and you can start and stop your generator from here. On each nightstand, you have the wireless charging pad, and just below that you have two 110 outlets and two USB charging ports. Underneath the cabinet, you have the thermistor for the bedroom, and one more cabinet for storage. Again, there's no divider throughout all those cabinets, so really maximizes your space. Check out all the storage that you have in this master bedroom. So look at these full-length mirrors, and then you go into the wardrobe here, storage above, all this storage here. We even have our little black bag, leather bag that has all of our owner's manuals, warranties in here. And then we have adjustable shelves below. 39-inch TV, smart TV, love that. Two extra 110 outlets, and then we've got these drawers. And what I really like about these drawers, there's a whole bunch of them. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 drawers here. I like the depth of them so that you don't end up losing what's in those. When you have the deeper drawers, you almost need a double decker them. So these are just really nice. Nicely sized, deep, width, everything on these drawers. Our second wardrobe here, so storage above. We've of course got the extra chairs for our dinette here, but you can put these, you know, in the luggage area below, or you keep them here. Again, adjustable shelves. Just before we step into the master bathroom, we've got the carbon monoxide detector. Now come into this gorgeous bathroom. First off, we've got our stackable washer and dryer. We have our control panel here with the breakers and our second Girard awning controller. Look at this beautiful shower. I always like to point out the fact that, again, this is a beautiful interior package, but there's so many residential touches. The shower floor, the back, the wall of the shower, the accent. It's really nice, and it's very roomy. So beautiful accent here. We've got the fixed shower head and the handheld and the skylight. So plenty of height in here, but just beautiful. And then we even have a little shower seat here and a spot where we can hold our shampoos and conditioners. Not only is this bathroom beautiful, but it's well lit. For us ladies, we like to have some nice lighting when we go to put up our makeup. We've got the back lighting from the medicine cabinets, the LED lighting. Of course, we can dim this if we want, but I really like how much light there is in this room. It makes it feel nice and big too. 2 nice sized medicine cabinets. Actually 3. And then we have the extra cabinet here in the hutch with the adjustable shelves and drawer, great for jewelry. And then quartz countertop, again with the residential faucets, 2 110 outlets on both sides, towel holder, and all this space below, plus 4 drawers. Soft close as well. And our 4th drawer, I'm just kidding, there's only 3. That's just for looks. But again, it maintains that residential feel and look throughout. Now over here, this is kind of special because this is our emergency egress door. Totally don't think that when you're in the coach, right? Because you can use this shelving for, you know, your different perfumes, lotions, whatever. But if I were to unlock this right here and pull this, I would extend this door out. These become my steps. You can see that there's even a little rough strip here so that there's no slip. So this is our emergency exit if we ever need to. Hopefully we never need to use that. Then we have the Tecma toilet, which is push button controls, toilet paper holder, and more storage with the adjustable shelves. Our light panel here is for the bathroom and the bedroom, the fan up and down, and the fan control, water pump on, and then those back lights or the accent lights in the vanity area. And then again, we can turn the heater on or off for the bathroom. When our furnace is on, it can get really hot in these smaller areas, so you can turn that on or off from here. So I love to show you the coach with the slides in. This is going to amaze you. First of all, almost all Class A diesels, you're going to have the bed touching the cabinet when the slides are in. With this bed on the lift, you actually could squeeze through and get to the master bathroom if you needed to, or into one of your drawers cabinets, which is really nice. Then you've got tons of room here. You can get into your pantry. You can easily get into your bathroom. Your refrigerator, the freezer for a little ice cream, right? Be it the kitchen sink, at the stove top, in the theater seating, or in the couch, and easily walk through to the front of the coach. So we're finally here in the cockpit area. I'm going to go ahead and tell you about these wonderful chairs. They are so comfy first. If you want to adjust the arm rest here, you're just going to roll this and then push it down to see if it's in the right position for you. So I actually like mine a little low, so that's perfect for me. Just below the armrest, we've got all the controls for the 6-way powered chairs, so forward and back, and the front up and down, and the rear up and down. And then this is really cool because you've got heated and cooled seats. So you're just gonna go towards the heat, the red, or towards the cool, and then you can actually hear that fan come on, and then just straight up is off. This is to extend your footrest once you have turned your chair around. You also have a lumbar control and the control for the backrest on your left side. I mentioned that you have air leveling and hydraulic leveling. So say you're going to campground for just one night, or maybe you're staying in a Walmart overnight. You want to go ahead and put your hydraulic jacks down so you can just do your air leveling. And then once you get to your resort or campground, you can go ahead and put your hydraulic jacks down. This is also going to keep you level as you're traveling down the road as well. So it's kind of like give you that feeling like you're floating, nice smooth ride. Then we have our hydraulic leveling jacks. So these are very easy to use as well. You're just going to go ahead and hit auto level when you're ready to level. You're going to have lights come on here, your front jacks will go down. Once you have a red light in each corner, you are level. If you end up having a yellow light that stays on, it's going to let you know that that side of the coach is not level, and you may need to manually adjust it, or you may need to bring up your jacks and move to a location where you can level. Once you are ready to leave the campground, you're going to go ahead and hit the auto store. That will bring your jacks up, and the green light will come on for travel mode, and then you know you're safe to travel. Here is the auto traction control button. I'm just going to always keep that in auto, and then you have your tag dump, and I'm going to keep that on auto as well. This is your power window up and down. Really nice feature to talk to the person that is guiding you while you back up, or for tow windows. It's just really nice. Cup holder. Now just below the cup holder we have space for miscellaneous items, and we also have a 12 volt and 110 charging area below. Then we come up here to the dash area. I love this chrome inlay here. I think it's beautiful. We have our battery boost button. Now that's super important. So let's say that you've gone out shopping all day, or to Canton. If anyone's been to First Mondays in Canton, you know what I'm talking about. You can get distracted and be gone all day. Come back, your coach is dead. So you want to take your house batteries and your chassis batteries and tie them together. So you're going to push that button, and then you're going to turn on your generator. Let your generator run for a little bit, and then go ahead and try your ignition. Hopefully that will work for you. Here's the button for your heated external mirrors and the controller, so that you can adjust those so that you have the best view possible. Just above that, we have a nice little storage area here. We have a wireless charging pad for your cell phone, which is wonderful. And also we have a USB charging port right inside there as well. This is our parking brake, so you pull to apply and push to release. And I'm not sure if I mentioned this before, but when you release this, you're automatically going to lock that front door, which is a nice feature. Your lights, we've got them on auto right now. You can turn them off. Day lights, headlights, or your fog lights. I usually just keep it in auto mode. And then obviously your fan here for your dash AC. Then you're going to go over here and look at that beautiful OptiView screen with so many functions in it. I'm going to go ahead and go through those on the steering column now. So I can scroll through the information on the screen very easy. I can just, right now I'm on trip 1. If I press the OK button, I'll get more detailed information, distance, time, fuel used on trip 1. I can go back, and then I can go to trip 2, do the same thing. Go to my gauges. So here are my gauges. Right now I've got these 3 options selected. If I want to change that information that pops up when the gauges come up, I can simply scroll through or press OK, and then I'll start getting different gauges to come up. Once I find one that I want to keep up on my screen, like distance to empty, so I don't run out of gas, I'll hit OK and lock that in. Now I can go back. Now, if I want to just get those gauges to come up really quickly, I'll just hit this pages button here, and those are the 3 gauges that pop up on my screen very fast. So go back, fuel economy. Going to give me information on that. Tire pressure. So it's going to give me the tire pressure and temperature for each tire. Now I've got my road watch. This is my safety package basically. So I'll click through this. We've got the cruise control, which I'll show you over here. Headway warning distance. And if I click into that, then I can select if I want it near, medium, or far. So if you don't want that beep going off all the time, you may want to take it far or medium, lock it in, and then go back. Intelligent high beams, so you can enable or disable that. Lane departure, again, you can go from a high sensitivity, which I had it on high sensitivity, low sensitivity, or disable. speed limit indicator. You can disable it, or you can have that alert come on when you're going 5 miles over the speed limit or 10 miles over the speed limit. And I think I'm going to keep that disabled. Go back, and then you've got your vehicle configuration. So our dash brightness, you can Bluetooth your phone, turn your pairing on or off, pick your units, steering effort. This is your select drive. So again, it's that computer aided driving assist that will detect a strong wind and adjust for you. Or if you have a camber to the road, it will adjust for you. It just makes your driving so much easier. And then you can decide how much effort you want there. So I've got it on high, but you can take it down while you're driving, and you will get comfortable doing this. And then just lock it in by hitting OK, and then you go back. Diagnostics, faults, internal diagnostics, transmission prognostics, system information, radar alignment. So lots of information that you can do right here on your screen. It's all at your fingertips, which is really nice and safe. This is going to be the volume control, so up and down. Then you've got your air horn. Everyone's going to know you're coming. And then over here, we can set our cruise control. So a little trick, if you are ever in a hurry and you want to air up your coach really quickly, you just turn on the cruise control and then hit the set, and you'll see those RPMs start to ramp up. If I had the coach on, I don't have it on right now. Now, if you just want to use it when you're driving down the road, you're going to hit your cruise control, set, you can resume, cancel. Then you have your answer a call, hang up a call, and these are your ICC lights. So they are basically a courtesy light where you can let a trucker know that he's safe to move, pull in front of you if he's passed you, or you can blink it 3 times to say thank you for a trucker when he's done the same for you. So just kind of a courtesy while you're driving. So just to the left of the steering column, you've got a pedal. You're going to push that, and you can tilt and extend, telescope your steering column to where it's comfortable for you. The pedal here on my left will control the windshield wiper, so I'll push in for windshield wiper fluid, and then I can just increase the speed of the windshield wipers. I can also turn on my high beams, or I can flash my high beams. Just below the paddle, there's a dial here that it's locked in now, but if I to take the pedals backwards or forward so that they're comfortable for me to drive. My right hand paddle controls the transmission. So everything is right here, steering column and at my fingertips. So I just go into drive, neutral, or reverse. That's simple. I have my engine brake, and I've got 3-stage here. So up is off, low, medium, high. I love that because I can go immediately to high if I need it, and then I can manually shift if I need to. So I just push in to manually shift. I pull forward to shift up, back to shift down, or I just push it in here to go and push and hold to go back to auto. Just beyond the paddle, I have my hazards. So in emergency, click those on for safety. So then we have our amazing dash here, 2 big 10-inch screens, so it's really easy to see. We've got our radio, media center, XM radio, Bluetooth, our HDMI input or our aux input, camera, so we can flip between which camera view we're seeing. iPod nav system. I'm going to have that on this screen and keep my rear camera view on this screen while I'm in travel mode. And then our setup, this is where you can customize your screen. You can also go to the Vega Touch here, and you can control your blinds, some of your lights, and then you can go to these quick buttons here. So quick for your navigation or your camera, or you can set up your favorites, favorite radio stations. And then this is your volume control. The Dream has a keyless start, so if I want to just do One button, one push will take me to accessory mode. A second will take me to ignition mode. Then to start the coach, I'm just going to put my foot on the brake and hit the button. Starts right up. Now when I want to stop it, I'm just going to touch the button quickly and it turns it off. Super easy. Now you do need to have the key fob near the start button, and I'm just keeping it right here in this nice little storage tray in the dash. Control for your front shades and for your driver shade, your accent lights, and this is for your radio. So once you're parked, you want the radio on, and maybe you want to play it in the living room or in the bedroom. You put it in park. When you're in travel mode, you have it there. Then we have our generator on and off, our docking lights on and off. I'm always going to keep those on when I'm in the campground or driving. Once you're set, you don't need to do that. And then your keyless entry, lock and unlock. Your HVAC controls, so the speed of the fan, the cool and the heat, and the direction that air is blowing, and then your nice storage below. American Coach always wants to stay connected with you. So once you've purchased your coach and registered it, you can download the American Coach app. So you're going to see my home screen has the coach that I own with my particular floor plan, so it's totally custom to me and what I own. I can go to my contacts for 24/7 support. There's all the help I need, service, parts. How great is this? Community. And then concierge service if I need any extra help that I haven't answered already in that app. Also, I can go to tools and tips, and this is where I'll find little tutorial videos of things that I will need to do with my coach. If I'm not sure how to work the slide outs, I'll click that and there's a short video that will help me. And then back to my menu. So it's just a nice little app to keep you connected to American Coach and get you the help that you need in a timely manner. Here in the passenger seat, you're going to have the same controls on your chair as you did in the captain's chair. It's nice and comfortable. The other thing that makes it really comfortable is the fact that I can go ahead and extend that step cover. I don't want anyone falling down in the stairwell while we're traveling. And then you can see it's a great place for our little furry friends to sit, look out the window while we're traveling down the road. Nice and strong. Straight across from me, I have the wireless charging pad. I have a USB charging port and a 12-volt port. I have a cup holder, and then just below the cup holder, I have a USB charging port and 12-volt receptacle. All right, it's time to head out for our test drive. So if you've never driven a Class A diesel before, no worries. We are happy to take you on a test drive at National Indoor RV Centers. But some pointers that I'll just give you ahead of time. One of the things that's, I think, the hardest to get the feel for when you first start driving Class A diesel is where your turning point is. So it's the center of your front axle, which is actually behind you. So if you envision where that is when you're outside the coach, and then think about it when you're sitting here, you don't start turning until your center of your front axle is at the turning point. So you're going to put your nose out there a little bit further than it's comfortable at first. And then we've got these great external mirrors. I always watch that bottom mirror as I'm turning, whichever direction I'm turning, to watch my tires to make sure I'm going to clear the curb. If I'm not, I can slow down, stop, and adjust, and I can avoid hitting it. So really, when you're first going, just take your time. Take your time. That's when accidents happen or little boo-boos happen, is if you're in a hurry. So, you know, you're RVing, enjoying this lifestyle, enjoy the moment. I'm gonna go ahead and put my blinker on. You can see down the full right side of my coach, which I love. And then I'm gonna pull out into the intersection here. So look at my two really big screens here. I've got my GPS pulled up here. I've got my camera, which defaults to our rear view camera when you're going down the road. But those are really easy to see, which is nice. Everything in this drive technology from Freightliner is just very easy to see, and I can actually change things while I'm going down the road. So I'm going to get on the freeway here. You're going to see how I'm going to use that rear view camera. I'm going to use my side view camera to make sure it's clear for me to get over in my lane. And I like to get up to speed, so I'm going to go ahead and get up to about 65. I typically don't go over 65 most of the time in a coach, just for safety reasons. I'm at 63. We're gonna set there. I'm gonna turn on my cruise control and set it. Now I can just sit back and relax. You hear alarms going off, so I have adaptive cruise control. That's gonna let me know if my following distance is too close. I also have my lane departure system with my Mobileye, so if I were to start to go over, change lanes without turning on my blinker, I'm going to get an audible alarm to let me know I need to get back in my lane or turn on my blinker. So safety feature there. You also have electronic stability control. The Mobileye also watches your street sign, so it reads the speed limit, which is really nice. Say you're driving through a small town and they're constantly changing those speed limits, so it will update in real time. Again, cars are moving in front of me, so I can adjust the sensitivity to that too if I want a little bit further following distance or closer. Same with my Mobileye. I can go to a low sensitivity. I can even disable it if I want. So it's a feature there that's for you for safety, but if it's something that you don't care for, you can disable it as well. So a few more things that you get standard on the coach. One is Select Drive. So that's basically a computer-aided driving assist, and you can basically, if there's a camber to the road or if you've got a high wind that's kind of pushing the coach, that computer's going to detect that and then adjust for you. You can also kind of adjust the steering column, how it feels, like the tightness of it. I like it to feel a little bit tighter. So you can go right into your dash controls. Everything's right at your fingertips. And you would go to vehicle configuration. And then you go to steering effort. Click. And then you can go from more to less. I like it at the very highest, so that's where I'm going to keep it locked in. But that's a huge feature. It really changes the feel of the drive. So I've had a lot of people that have come from coaches that don't have that feature on them, where they're kind of fighting to stay in their lane. They're fighting against the wind. They're concerned when a big diesel truck goes by. You may have seen that big truck that just went by me. I didn't even feel it. They can drive a lot longer with that versus not having it. So I think you'll really like it. But again, you've got to come out to National Indoor RV Centers and take one for a test drive and see it for yourself. It's really the best way to know that you're getting exactly what you want. I always like to do the decibel reader when I go on these test drives, just so you can see how quiet the coach is, and I'm so impressed with the Dream. It drives like a dream. It's really a dream to drive. It's nice and quiet. 64.5 on my decibel reader. So take that, compare it to your car. This is nice and quiet. Easily have a conversation with your passenger or even the people in the back of the coach. So another feature that you have on here that, again, safety feature, you've got the 3-stage engine brake, and it's so easy with the Freightliner custom chassis. So you can just go to low, medium, or high, and as soon as I take my foot off the accelerator, you can see it will start to automatically feel the coach slowing down. So I really like that feature. You also have air ride that comes standard with the American Dream. So again, it's going to give you that feeling of like you're just floating on a cloud. Handles the bumps nicely, and you'll kind of hear that air working as you're driving. Again, giving you a nice smooth ride. And with the Liberty Bridge, I'm telling you, this is totally, I've said it like 3 times, but it really is a dream to drive, and you're going to love it. So what are you waiting for? Come to National Indoor RV Centers. I'm telling you, we want to help you. We're excited to have you come and see what we've got. We try to make it as easy as possible. We take in consignments, we do trades, You can finance these beautiful coaches for 20 years. So really, don't delay. I have so many people that tell me they wish they'd come and done this sooner because they just love the lifestyle. They love the safety of being in their own home, especially with travel right now being a little hectic. You don't have to get on an airplane. You don't have to go to a hotel room. You can just pack the coach, leave it packed, and if you want to get away for a quick weekend, easy peasy. So come and visit us today, National Indoor RV Centers. Thank you so much for joining me today on the 2022 tour of the American Coach Dream 42V. I hope you've enjoyed this tour and this lovely coach. Now I'm sure you're wondering, how much would it cost you to get into something like this? Well, MSRP is $704,911. If you'd like to find out how much I can sell you this for, please give us a call at 469-277-1330. We've got RV lifestyle specialists there waiting to help you and take your call. We are in the business for customers for life, so we want to treat you right on the sale of your coach, on this one, and your next one, and your next one. And remember, at National Indoor RV Centers, with our volume and economies of scale, RVs simply cost less. If you've enjoyed this video and would like to see more just like it, please hit the like and subscribe. Also, you can check out my tow package video, our paint and body video. Basically, if you get a boob on your coach, we are the first call, and also my RVing 101 series. Thank you so much for joining me today and have a wonderful day.